know one of the biggest issues for most of the website owners is pages are not being indexed. And today we will solve that forever. And I guarantee you guys, by the end of this video, you will know how to index your pages quickly. And you will know the exact reason why your pages were not being indexed earlier. Because most of the people have no idea that why their pages were not being indexed, and they were looking for help everywhere without knowing the exact reason. And apart from my 17 years of experience in this industry, I'm referring this document released in 11 September 2025, which got 182 pages. And don't worry, you don't have to read this whole document. I read it, and most of the finding in this video comes from this document. And I guarantee you, by the end of this video, indexing will be a piece of cake for you. Not just this, more videos will come in future regarding page quality rating, regarding how to apply advanced technique for EEAT, regarding increasing the domain authority of your website. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you will never miss those videos. They will be really important for you. And subscribing to the channel just take 2 seconds. I will really appreciate that. Okay, with that said, let's go to reason number 1 why your website page is not being indexed. So reason 1 is your site is new. It has low trust. We can also say this, the Google sandbox theory. It is very popular word among new bloggers. Why it is hard for new sites to index pages. So the first reason for new website is quality control and preventing spam. And the objective for this is to combat spam. So what happened, guys? Spammers often create new legitimate looking website, get them indexed, and then change the content to something malicious and low quality. For example, movie download website, APK website. I know some bloggers, they got like hundreds of thousands of followers, even some of them got millions of followers. They're advising that you should create a website with some content, and once you get AdSense approval, then you put movie download links and all these other illegal activities. This is a really big number, and to fight this kind of spam, Google takes some time. It does not index the website quickly. There is another very good example of this. So Google launched instant indexing API, and then you can index your news related content and your job related content. But people abused that, and they were indexing every kind of content, even that was not according to the guideline of Google. So Google has to stop the instant indexing API. And for every reason, I will also give you the solutions too. So the second reason for new website will be lack of signals and activity. So objective for Google is to wait for trust signal that Google uses to evaluate website authority and relevance. These signals including like backlinks for reputable websites, social media mentions, and consistent high quality content. Without these, Google has less information to determine whether this website is worth indexing or not. Third thing is crawl budget. So objective is to optimize the crawl budget, save resources, because Google scans millions and billions of pages every day, and it has data of trillions of pages, so much information, and saving all this data takes a lot of money and resources. So for a new unproven site, this budget is often smaller, and crawl budget is the time, how much time Google bots gives to a particular website. And for a new website and proven website, this budget is often smaller, meaning it might take longer for Google to discover and index all of its pages if your website is new. Okay, we talk about what is the issue with a new website if your website is new. This might be a problem. Let's see how we can solve for a new website. If your website is new, your new blog, how we can solve all this issue and send Google the trust signal and make your website more trustworthy. Okay, solution is very simple. First of all, set up Bing and Search Console account. It takes just 10 minutes. You just verify your site and submit an example sitemap. You can create a free account Google Search Console, and then you can add your website sitemap here. You can see I have 63 pages. And guys, let me tell you, new website sitemap is not at all a requirement. But just by submitting your website's sitemap and creating a Search Console account helps Google to find your website. This is the first step, that you did this step, that this website we created, please index this website. And it does not mean if you submit sitemap, your page will be indexed, but at least this is a start. And this is the initial signal you can send to Google. I really recommend you to submit your website on Bing also. It's again free. It's very similar to Google Search Console. It's Bing Webmaster Tools. Submit your website here also. And if you can submit your website to other search engines like Baidu, Index, other search engines depending on your region and your country. It's a real nice way. It takes just 10 minutes. For example, if you submit your website to Google Search Console, you can verify your domain by logging to domain. And then after, when you go to submit your website to Bing, you can directly log in from Search Console account. You have this feature. For more details, you can check link in description. Second thing is publishing consistently. Don't dump 50 articles in one day and then stop. I know a lot of people does it. So instead, build a publishing schedule. Example, 2-3 posts weekly. Google rewards consistency. What else you can do? You can link new pages with homepage or already indexed pages. And this is the best way to index your new pages, because the first point where Google get your new pages is not the sitemap, is the pages which are already indexed on Google. So what I want to say that please use interlinking for the pages. It will really help you to index your new pages quickly on Google. Next is build initial discovery signal. If your website is really new, it might take 1 hour, maybe less than 1 hour. What you can do, from where you can get some initial discovery signal. So social media sharing, create social media pages for your website. Guys, really important. Just take few minutes. For example, you can see I created this Facebook page for my website. It has 358 followers, and most of them, they are my friends and family. You don't need to have 300 followers, you can have few followers. And what impact it brings, for example, if I search here on Google about my website, you can see my website already indexed. But if my website is not indexed, if I scroll, you can see this is Facebook and this is the link for my website page. And if I go to my website, you can see I have my website link here on this Facebook page. And because Facebook has very high authority, at least when your page is indexed here, Google will know about your website link, and you have really good chance that Google will know about your website first from Facebook. You can also use the trusted site mentions, for example, some forums, some niche directories, or any website related to your domain or your industry. Simple link acquisition, for example, Reddit, Quora, LinkedIn. Guys, I highly recommend everybody to create the profile on these platforms. For example, you can see this is my Reddit profile, and if I scroll, you can see this is the link of my website. I also add a link of my YouTube channel. Same thing I've done with Quora also, I also add the link here. Same thing I've done with LinkedIn also, you can see this is the link of my website. It will not take a lot of time and anybody can do this. It's free of cost. Of course, there will not be do follow links, there will no follow links, but at least Google will know about your website because it exists on much higher domain authority platform. And your website will not be alone saying that please index me. You will have the benefit of all these simple link acquisitions. And guys, this is really important. Be patient. Authority builds over time. Most sites start to see stable indexing and ranking after few months of consistent activity. I see so many of people on my YouTube channel, so many people on my WhatsApp group. They say, okay, I have created this website. It's like 1 week old, 2 weeks old. I have 10 or 20 blog posts. My website is not indexing. It is really very less time to assume that Google will index your website so quickly. And why it will not index, I just explain you. When it's a new website, it takes time. It's helped Google to find the spam. It helped Google to build the first trust with the website. And once this trust is established, then it becomes really easy to index your pages quickly. Okay, reason second, a lot of people say I have 30, 50 or 100 blog posts. Guys, this is a myth. People think that if they create this kind of content, their website is entitled to be indexed or they are entitled to have Google AdSense approval. I have audited more than 500 websites, I think around 600 on this channel. And most of the time people think they post 30 blog posts and they say they can get AdSense approval. So publishing 30 posts or 50 or 100 and stopping is a deal breaker. What you have to do is you have to continue posting the content. It's really important. Consistency beats quantity. Posting regularly few times per week or a month signals that your site is active and worth crawling. Google say we can invest some time in this. We can invest some of our resources. Second thing is quality suffer for beginners. Your post might be lower quality, thin articles, poor optimization for SEO. It does not matter you write 30 blog posts, 50 blog posts, 100 blog posts. If you've done in very short amount of time, there will not big improvement with your website blog posts. Which brings to the next point, lack of EEAT, which is experience, expertise, authoritativeness and trustworthiness. For a beginner, it's very difficult to demonstrate EEAT. We'll talk a little bit about this later in this video. And thin or low value content. So Google algorithm, for example, helpful content system are specially designed to penalize this kind of content. And what you're doing when you're new, you're a beginner, you're posting a lot of content on a website and then you stopped it. So what happened? You create a lot of low value content and this is really picked up by Google algorithm. So please do not do that. Create few initial posts and then take your time and then create few posts per week or month. And now you must be thinking that how it can be an issue. I'm using AI for writing my blog posts. How I can create low value content. So well, we'll talk about this point in detail in next points. Okay, now the solution. Solution is high quality content strategy. So 1 or 2 solid posts per week. Focus on useful, unique topics. Do not write which is already written. For example, whenever you write anything, do not write generic things, like how to invest in stocks, which is the best EV car, which is the best laptop to buy. No. Focus on useful, unique posts which don't already exist. And very important thing, what you can do, focus on topical map of website. I have detailed video on topical map of website. It's a 4-part series. Every video is few minutes. It will really help you to get the initial traffic, initial push. It will also build your EEAT, which is very important for website. And EEAT is important for every kind of website. New website, old website, small website, big website is very, very important. So in Topical map method, what happens? You create 5 or 6 pillar content, and then you create 5 or 6 or 10 cluster content to each pillar content. So create a map. So create a web of information in your niche, and it's really important. You can check the detailed video linked in the description. No AI generated garbage content. For example, this is also AI generated garbage. You can see the spelling mistake here, but I think the post is fine because I am providing most of the value by myself. And sometimes people get offended when I say do not create AI generated garbage. We'll explain later in the video why you should not do that. Okay, now let's talk about what most of you are waiting for. So reason 3 why a poster page is not being indexed is content quality and AI generated content. So Google has this page quality rating system, which is derived from these 5 points. First is purpose of this page. Is it genuinely helpful or just made to make money or spam? Second, main content or MC quality. Guys, remember this MC, we're going to review this in this video. So effort, originality, accuracy and depth. EEAT, website and creator's reputation, that who is behind it, are they credible? Technical functionality and user experience. How ads are displayed, because a lot of time people get AdSense approval, which I tell them, please do not fill your website, do not spam your website with ads everywhere. Do not do that. After basing all this point, Google define page quality rating. And this data is taken from this document. We'll talk about this in more detail, from which part I've taken the data. And mass generated AI content or thin pages often get labeled low priority. So Google does not give priority in this content, which is mass generated by AI tool, to index them. So it's very clear when you create this kind of content, it will not be indexed quickly. And some people think humanizing and AI content is a good way. So guys, let me tell you, let me give bad news. Humanizing and AI content does not automatically make it high quality. We'll talk about this in detail in next points. So the reason 3 is content quality and AI generated content. A lot of people are confused about it. Let me tell you what is low value content, what is high value content, how you can decide your content is low value or high value, especially when it's generated by AI. Because biggest problem nowadays is flood of AI generated content, AI generated website. So one of the problem when the people create content using AI. So the problem is scale content abuse with AI. So in this section 4.6.5 page 42, you can see here, we talk about scale content abuse. So this occurs when many pages are generated primarily to benefit the website owner without helping users. So most of the time what people are doing, they are creating the website because they're beginner. They have not a lot of idea about the website. They say, okay, let's get 30 blog posts done and send your website to Google AdSense, or expect anything else from your website. The primary objective is not to create the content to help user. An example of such scale content abuse include using automated tool, generative AI or otherwise, as low effort way to produce many pages that have little to no value for website visitor as compared to other pages on the web on same topic. For example, if you create a website about finance and your content generated by AI, it will not match the high value content already exists on the web. And you're creating this post in bulk, you're creating a lot of blog posts. So there's a clear signal to Google. Google say, okay, we are not indexing these pages on our search engine. And you can see a content created skill, no original content or added value to user should be rated lowest. I told you before here that Google has page quality rating. So if you create this kind of content, it has the lowest rating. And when you have the lowest rating, your pages will not be indexed. Google will not prefer to index your website pages. Another issue is lowest quality main content. And there's a next section here. So MC, which is main content. This applies when the main content largely unoriginal provides no value. So lowest value applies if all or almost MC on the page, including text, images, audios, videos, is copied, paraphrased, embedded, auto or AI generated, or reposted from other sources with little to no effort. And guys, this is a big problem. People think they can make some edits. We'll also talk about that little bit later in detail. I will guide you how you can decide this line that which content is high quality, which content is not high quality, how much edit you can do. But most of people, what they are doing, they are creating the low value content. For example, I created all this content by myself and then it took me so much of time to create this content. Let me give you the idea. So you can see this was my initial idea. I say organize and make a script on basis of this Google indexing 3 steps, and everything I know I just gave. I gave hook here and then I talk about a little bit in more detail. From here, now this script which I created, it has nothing which was initial idea. Then I have so much of brainstorming. I had my own ideas. We asked a lot of stuff. I collect a lot of data. Then I use this file. You can see here, there's a search quality evaluation guide. I use this one. I use a lot of content, and after 2 days of research, I was able to create the content. I took help of AI for the grammatical mistake. I took help of AI to add some emojis to make it content more interesting. I took a help of AI to create infographics. Lot of work was done. I will make it clear that how you put the line that which is high quality, which is not high quality. So I hope you understand these 2 points: scale abuse content with AI and also lowest quality main content. Third is deceptive AI content. A parenting site claimed to provide evidence, but terms revealed that some articles were AI generated experiments. Lot of time this happens. Since readers were not clear informed, info could be unreliable, site was rated low as EEAT. Using AI content does not blacklist your website, but your pages will not be indexed. We did not say that if you use AI content, you can create 100% content from AI. It will not be blacklisted. This is possibility, but it will not be indexed. Again, this 4.5.3 page 37, you can read the information. For example, I see a lot of time parenting or health advice written by AI with no human or AI site. It is dangerous for readers. I know so many of you create finance and crypto blogs, and advice could be dangerous and people might lose their money. It's very important. Do not create this unhonest website, especially for this kind of domain. If you don't have knowledge about it, don't create it. Google know about it, and then you will waste so much of time, so much of your energy, so much of your money just creating a low value website, which you have no experience creating that website. You have no expertise in that domain. Okay, now let's talk about very important thing, humanizing tools. So humanizing is not enough. So what's happening? Simply rephrasing AI text or sprinkling a few personal words does not make it high quality. Search engine look for depth, expertise and usefulness, not just polished grammar. You can bypass GPT detector, but it does not make content high quality. It will still lack real experience. Humanizing cannot add real world experience. When you humanize the content, it cannot add its own experience. It just shuffle the words from here and there. And this is also present in the document. I will add the link to this point where they talk about this. And you can say scraping feed, search result, other content generate many pages, including automate transcription like synchronizing, translating or other obfuscation techniques. You can read how to determine if content is copied. There are a lot of details about this. I will add the link to this ebook in this e-guide. You can read it by yourself if you want. So for example, if you humanize the content, it cannot automatically test a product, try a new recipe or share personal story. This is the core component of Google's EEAT. So humanizing a draft often means trying to change the tone, not injecting the experience that Google algorithm values. So by humanizing, you're not doing anything great. You might bypass a GPT detector, but Google will understand about it. Google is one of the very advanced AI these days. It will know that your content is low value, its content is created by AI, and then you try to humanize the content. And guys, this is not your fault. I totally understand. Don't feel bad about it. I know a lot of influencer, a lot of YouTuber, a lot of so-called SEO gurus, they are giving this bad advice: copy the content, create the content somewhere, and then translate different languages. I watched this video from a guy who got almost 1 million subscribers. He's saying, copy the line from somewhere, translate it into your own language, then write into your own words. Guys, you are copying the content. These kind of people, they put in your mind that if you copy the content from AI, you generate the content from AI, you humanize it, it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. It might work for small time, but when the time will come, your website will be de-indexed from Google. Complete website will vanish overnight. We have seen so many examples in my comments and also in WhatsApp group and also in emails. I talked to a lot of people who said their website vanished overnight. It was ranking, it was getting some little bit of traffic, but not a lot. In some cases, you can have like very little success, but overnight that will totally disappear. I have so many examples when people say they want to delete their complete website because they put the rubbish content site and now they want to start again the new. Again, one more myth. I mix AI and self-article, 50% AI, 50% myself. I hear this a lot when people say this. No, my content is not AI. I create some content by myself, some content by AI. One more thing, again, coming from this document, I will add the link to exact paragraph where it is coming from, the site-wide signal. So Google helpful content system works on a site-wide level. If a significant portion of a website is made up of low quality AI generated content, it can negatively impact the ranking of your entire domain, even the genuine helpful pages. So please do not do that. Don't take this risk. And there's so many videos on my channel already exist how to write a nice blog post, AI assisted blog posts. Check those videos and please do not fall in the trap of these people. Unfollow, unsubscribe those people who are giving advice to copy content from somewhere, create low value tool website. They will never do any good to you. They will just make money for themselves. For you, you are stuck for years and have no success. Okay, now let's talk about what is quality content or what is not. For example, the lowest quality of content will be mass generated AI with errors. When you create the content with AI, it will have a lot of errors and it's mass generated. What most of people does, they have the target to create 30 blog posts, send it to Google. That's the lowest value content. Shallow, inaccurate, minimal editing content is also low value content. When people say, okay, I edit by myself, I change some things here and there, or I do humanizing, that's still low quality content. We have lowest quality and then low quality. Then you have medium quality content where meet purpose AI assisted fact check. That's medium quality content. It is also not the priority of Google to index this content. The indexing priority will be high quality and highest quality. High quality will original, accurate, strong human oversight. For example, I have created this video. I'm working on this video from like couple of days. I talked to all the AI tools with my research, talked back and forth. I used a lot of official website. I read a lot of official documents from Google. And above all, I implemented my own personal insight of this industry. That's why I was able to create this kind of video, which is really helpful. And also highest quality, very deep expertise, authoritative sources and original data, which I did a lot in this video. You might see some data which you will not find anywhere. For example, this mix, I mix self-article. A lot of people say this to me, so I know this exists. A lot of people talk about humanizing, so I know this exists. This is the issue people face. It's a real thing. And you can see I talk to a lot of people. I know what they think. They think that they have 30, 50, 100 blog posts, so they are entitled to have their page index or get AdSense approval. All this data you cannot find from AI. This is my own personal experience I included in this video. That's why I think this video is quality video. If I just read a script from ChatGPT or Gemini, it will be lowest quality content. If I do some edit, low quality. And if we try a little bit of effort, it will be medium quality. But for high quality and highest quality, I really need to put some effort. And guys, you guys let me know if you think this video is high quality video. Please like this video. I really appreciate that. And also we will test if this video is high quality or not. And here's the example. You have all the links here. What is the low value content? You can see this got lowest score. So this is poor financial advice and possible scam. Why? There's no information about the website or content creator for purpose of the page. Lowest EEAT, deceptive page design. For example, people when they create website of finance, crypto, they have no experience. And when they do this, it gets lowest priority from Google. It goes lowest PQ rating, which is page quality rating, and Google will not index this page. And there's so many other examples given. For example, you can see here, this blog post about ginger for health. It have written so many things here, benefit for ginger, other benefit for ginger, ginger news, ginger effects, regional uses of ginger, and then links to all those things. But this is still a low value content. Google has low page quality rating for this page. So just by deciding you can write a big long content does not make this a high quality content. Okay, now let's talk about how to create high quality content. So understand page purpose. The goal is to serve a clear beneficial purpose for the user. You should know about the intent of the user, why user come to your page. Is the content informative, entertaining or helpful? Avoid creating content solely for profit. If your idea is just you create few blog posts for getting AdSense approval, you might get AdSense approval, but your page will not be indexed. So you have AdSense approval, but you will not make any money because you will have no page views. Prioritize EEAT, demonstrate experience, expertise, authoritativeness and trust. Use first-hand knowledge, example, a product review from user. For example, show high-level skill or knowledge in the topic. Authoritativeness, be a recognized authority in your field. When you create multiple content topic, you will be authoritative. Trust, be credible and reputable source. Do not post anything without the complete cross checking with the verified data. Create high quality main content. Show that human worked on it, not a tool. Originality, create unique original content, not copied paraphrase. Skill, write well organized, high quality, skillful content. And guys, you will say, oh, this is very complicated to do. Yes, this is complicated to do. You have to think about a lot of things. For example, just to create this point, I have asked ChatGPT to please add some emojis, and ChatGPT adds these emojis. In this part, I say, okay, add the emoji in the end. So I put some effort. You can also put some effort to create this thing. If I can put effort for such a small thing. So how I use ChatGPT just to add the emojis or for grammar. But all this content, I organize the content. I do a lot of research on this topic. Build a positive reputation, the credibility. Build a positive reputation, independent reviews and mentions. Creators who wrote this article, showcase credentials, degrees and awards. So you really need to show why you are expert in that field. And avoid low value pitfalls. For example, scale content abuse, deceptive practices, lack of value. We already talk about why mass content read from AI is low value content. And guys, I highly recommend you a video on EEAT, that how new people can demonstrate EEAT on the website. You can check that video, link in the description. And I guarantee there's so many videos which will take few minutes of your time, maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. But this will really change how you think about your website SEO and how to create the content. And it's really important that now in AI powered world, we know how to use AI in a correct way. Check those videos if you are serious about your website and about your website SEO and you want to know how to succeed in this AI powered world. Okay, and the last reason why your website page is not indexing. It could be technical issue, and this is really fast wins. You can fix those technical issue really fast. But one very important thing, Validate fixed button, please be careful, don't use that button too much. Let me show you what I mean by this. Okay, so when you connect your website with Google AdSense, you will have this option. So you need to click here on pages. And now you will see two things here. First is not indexed, second is indexed. So now you must say, okay, there are only 31 pages are indexed for my website, 1000 pages are not indexed. But actually this is not true. So this is whole number is not the number your page should be indexed. For example, you can see there are 1000 pages here. If I click here, not found 404. If I click on this one, my website was hacked like few days ago, and you can see all these nonsense pages were on the website and they're not being indexed because I asked Google not to index pages, and this is totally fine. So most of the cases, what you need to do, you go to page indexing, and from here, all known pages, you click on all submitted pages. So you need to focus on all submitted pages instead of all pages. For example, this is all known pages. Do not worry about all these things. Make sure your website is not hacked. If it is hacked, please solve those issues. And then click on all submitted pages. So these are pages submitted by you. And you can see here 31 pages are indexed and 32 pages are not indexed. And now these pages which are not indexed, we need to figure out why they're not indexed. There could be multiple reasons here. You will see the reasons here. So crawl content not indexed, Discord content not indexed, they will be mostly because of the AI content or low value content. We talked already in the last part of this video. You can go and rewatch the video. What I'll do is just click on all submit pages, so we will have more issues. And now you will have more technical issues here. For example, alternate page, public canonical tag, page redirect, server errors, block to 4xx, by no index text, robot.txt text. So except these things, most of these things you can solve by taking action. I have videos on all these topics. You need to click on this point and you'll see all the pages which are not be indexed because of this thing. So these pages I want not to be indexed, but if you find a page which you want to be indexed, then you can find a related video in the description. So technical error could be a big thing which might be stopping your pages to be indexed on Google. I think that was all. If I missed something, we're gonna do a live session. We can talk about if I missed any remaining point. And check the description. I'll add so many more detail about this topic. And guys, please like the video if you get some value from the video. And guys, if you're someone who is really serious about their website or blog, I highly recommend you to subscribe to the channel, because I teach effective strategies and the right use of AI tools, which will definitely give you results. These strategies are coming from super useful website I work in daily life, and subscribing is totally free. It just take 2 seconds. I would really appreciate that. And guys, if you want, you can join channel membership on YouTube or on Patreon, which give you access to a lot of exclusive stuff. For example, semantic SEO intent-based cheat sheet, Topical authority guide for 20+ niches, EEAT cheat sheet for multiple niches, AI SEO or GEO checklist, step-by-step guide to write nice blog posts, and so many other benefits. So you can join channel membership on YouTube and Patreon, and it is also a nice way to support the channel and appreciate this kind of well-researched content. Link will be in description. If you want to invest in better hosting, Kinsta is there for you with their award-winning customer support.